Hey guys, today we're going to work on adding and subtracting integers in word problems. The most important thing that you're going to want to pay attention to is, am I increasing the amount I have or decreasing the amount I have? Let's take a look. In the first half of a trivia game, Veronica scored 58 points. Then, during the second half, she lost 67 points. What was her total score? Whenever I think about integers, positive and negative whole numbers in word problems, I always think about starting at 0. So when Veronica started this game, she had 0 points, and then she scored 58 points. I know that that is a positive 58. So right now, her score is 58. Then during the second half, she lost 67 points. I know when you lose points, that means that your total amount is going down, and going down or taking away in math is represented by subtraction. So she has 58 points minus 67 points, and that's going to give us her final score. I can see that 58, the amount I'm starting with, is actually less than the amount I'm taking away, so I know right away that my answer is going to be negative. But let's prove this by using the additive inverse, or keep, change, change. That means keep the 58, change, subtract to add, and then change positive 67 to negative 67. So let me rewrite this so it's easier to see. 58 plus negative 67. Now I know when I'm adding and the signs are different, this one's positive, this one's negative. If the signs are different, find the difference, which means subtract. So I'm going to do 67 minus 58. Ooh, that's a big 8. 67 minus 58. Leaves me with 9. And it is a negative 9 because the amount she lost, 67, is more than the amount she gained, 58. So her total score at the end of the game was negative 9 points. Let's do another one. From 400 feet below sea level, Tony took off in his helicopter and ascended. This is a great vocab word. Ascended means goes up 800 feet. Then descended, the opposite of goes up, goes down. Easy to remember because it starts with a D. 300 feet into the volcano. Which integer represents Tony's elevation in the volcano? Let's hear that whole thing again because there's a lot of vocab. From 400 feet below sea level, Tony took off in his helicopter and ascended, went up 800 feet, then descended, went down 300 feet into the volcano. Which integer represents Tony's elevation in the volcano? So sea level is represented by 0. So if you're 400 feet below sea level, then that actually means that you're starting at negative 400 feet. Then he ascended, which means went up 800 feet, so that's a positive 800. Then it says he descended, went down another 300 feet. If we're going down, then we're going to subtract 300, so minus 300. Let's take a look and see what his final elevation is. I have negative 400 plus 800. That's the first thing I'm going to deal with. I have a negative and I'm adding a positive. When the signs are different, find the difference. So I'm going to do 800 minus 400, which is 400. And I'm going to keep the sign of the greater number. 800 is greater and it's positive, so this is a positive 400. I haven't used this minus 300 yet, so I'm going to bring it down. And now, welcome to third grade. I just have a super easy subtraction problem. 400 minus 300 equals 100. So his final elevation would be represented by a positive 100, or 100 feet below sea level. Your turn to practice.